blue notes, that's a mobby pass. More shots than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz. She's swinging blue notes, that's a mobby pass. More shots than karate class. I can hear the blues when the shotty blast. The whole block blowing horns, that's that Jackson jazz.
I told you guys, man, we coming with it, man. We nonstop. Yo, what's going on? It's really. Welcome to Factorz TV. What's going on, y'all? It's VI. This is episode 36. 36, Big Kurt Dog. Appreciate you. Welcome. You know, we're back to it. Is that my ring going off or yours, Deontay? Turn it off. Come on now. Welcome back. You know, it's holiday season. It's a lot of things going on. Really, what's going on with you, man? You're a beep. Yo, man, what's up, man? What's up, man? It's really, man, the more serious substance-filled twin. Having a great week, man. Just living life, man. You know, wishing Deontay turned his phone down. But, you know, we live in color. You know what I'm saying? And we've been getting cussed down, kicked out. But welcome back to Converge. We're Black Media Matters. This is probably the best intro we've ever done.
What's going on, man? What's up with you, man? How you doing?
I'm cooling, man. School beating my head, but I'm actually getting credit.
I'll whoop your head.
Man, quantitative reading right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing math.
Quantitation, what?
Quantitative reading. It's where you're reading math.
Don't try to sound smart, Joe Dirte.
It's trying to make your name sound fancy, Dirte. So a little bit of homework, hanging out with the kids as usual. Put up a Christmas tree with the babies.
Got a fake one or a real one?
Got some gifts. Bought a fake one, took it back, and got a real one. Because I like the smell. I like the fresh smell. I do.
I hate the cleanup.
Yeah, but, you know, it's worth it. So that's about it, man. Just dealing with the seasons, dealing with that snow. You know, people in Seattle, when they see snow, they freeze up and go crazy or either just crash. So that's about it for me. What about you?
Man, I was almost one of those people, man. My Yukon is not 4x4. That was hilarious. I hit the neighbors like 4 recycle bins, like a bowling ball. And, you know, I could drive too, but I forgot I wasn't 4-wheel drive, and it was so slow. I was just sliding, just looking at it like, I said, yeah, gonna hit it. Better that than the fence. So they were cool though. They're like, you all right, man? I'm cool, man. You guys good? Recycle bins are not over, but I'm good. Dogs, man.
Beautiful puppies, man. I see them going to beautiful homes.
Yeah, man. They're going, luckily blessed with people who really wanted them and want to give them great homes. Like they have stockings hanging up and taking family pictures. So it's really dope to see that, you know, especially with the hard work that comes with it.
Luna, one of the dogs that the Merle, she has more outfits than I do.
Well, she's fitted.
Her owner had a wardrobe ready for his dog. That's what's up to see people really embrace their puppies when they buy them.
She's been from here to there. She's going to Japan soon. So it's just dope, man. It's dope. I got another litter dropping soon. So this month. So it's just work. But that's, you know, that's what I've been on, man.
You're really a who man, man. You really just getting, you know.
Hey, man. You know, it's like having kids, man. But, you know, this week it's been a lot of noise about Mr. Primetime Deion Sanders.
Oh, man, he's media right now. He is. The price.
Who ain't swag?
Listen, man. Yesterday's price, not today's price, was a person. It'd be him. We're gonna get into it, but it's just astounding to see not only how people are going against him or feel the way about what he did, but also on the other hand, the impact he has. Like it has to balance out.
It has to balance out, but you can't please everybody. And I'm proud that he's rooted in something bigger than himself, whether it's servicing others, the youth, or God. So he's not letting it get to him because a lot of people who don't do jack diddly squat, you know, are talking down at him, you know, disrespecting what he does do for everybody else. Like they're talking about him leaving, you know, after such and such years, but they're not saying what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Within that time that he was there.
That they came in. And there's other things that's on the low that's going to come to light. But the revenue he brought in, TV deals, back-to-back SWAC championships, first undefeated season in school history, first number one recruit in school history. Like, so many things goes into it of the situation, why he's leaving and how he's leaving. But he left you guys in better state, better situation. He showed you the blueprint of how to win.
TV deal, all that.
TV deal, Hulu TV deal for 10 years, $30 million. Like, he came and brought you guys, and now there's still money missing. He paid out his pocket for his assistants. He gave his money back to help pay for facilities and finish off things.
I read that it was tennis courts and other things that he helped finance. Yeah.
It's crazy because they say, you know, every major university and stuff has alumni and people who give back, you know what I'm saying? Boosters and stuff. And
they say only 13% of JSU alumni give back. So
and that's horrible. If
yeah.
you know anything about our schools that's up here, PWIs, everybody always talk about those.
I'm talking about high schools.
Oh no,
Seattle
high
Prep.
schools is our boosters is paying, alumni paying more than what they are. So you got to think about that 13% that graduate, and then most of them will say are professional. They're not athletes; they're like professional businessmen and women. So maybe they might not think that they can donate as much or give as much, but the 13% is not enough. It's really not if you want a school to advance. And when you think about the state that a lot of these HBCUs are in, they really don't have a lot of resource. They really don't have a lot of great and facilities as it is.
And see, that was my issue. We're not going to just talk about Prime like he's the beginning and end of all the issues. Howard earlier past 2 years was complaining about dorm rooms, water issues, living conditions, so many HBCUs are underfunded, and it's been way before he went to coach a football team. So that's my issue. And there's a whole bunch of people I know who went to HBCUs, Howards, at different places, who are saying the same thing. Don't blame him.
Biden and Kamala, whatever her name is,
karaoke.
They cut it from $25 billion, I believe, to $4 billion.
No, I think it was $42 billion.
$42 billion to $2 billion.
$2 billion.
Okay, get my numbers right. But I know it was a double-digit to a single-digit number of billions that's given to HBCU. So you guys are getting mad at the wrong people and mad at Primetime for elevating himself. And he said one of the realest things that you ever think of as a coach, as a player, anything in sports. Either you get hired or you get fired. There's no in between. You either get promoted or you get demoted. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real talk. As a coach, what is he supposed to do? Everybody works to move up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody works to move up.
Keep moving while you're hot. And that's one thing I had to learn. Let's say promotion game. You're in one club and it's going crazy. You need to keep one. You need to keep another one. You know what I'm saying? My thing with it is that not only are people talking, but it's people who have no plans of donating to HBCUs, no plans of ever attending.
They didn't even watch the game. They didn't even know what JSU was. They wasn't watching games or nothing.
Didn't know at all. What's the craziest part to me is he's in the same state as Brett Favre. And nobody's really talking about
Brett Favre's situation or the money he stole from welfare.
He brought you money.
Yeah.
He brought you money. He brought you notoriety. Just like Colorado, they already put up a stat of it's been 42 million impressions on this, 100,000 more followers. They've had the biggest merch day they've had in school history.
Yeah, they
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're identifying what he's doing for them, and they're appreciating it. JSU's like, it's not enough. We can't do that much. You need to come back, and because we're black. And we're so tired of getting out the mud as black people. Like, can we do some stuff? He showed you to win, you have to go big. Coaching, facilities, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to recruit.
Recruiting.
Come on.
That's a stat that people don't think about. Having the money and the space to go recruit, that costs, to go sit down with these families, to go be in this kid's face like, hey, we want you. You know what I'm saying? That just paying a kid to get to the kid, because there's multiple kids you got to go and see before starting the next year. So it's a whole bunch of people that people don't think about when it comes to having the money and resource, to really cultivate a good football team.
And that goes into the NIL deals and stuff now, where a student, it's crazy because now there's no red shirt season.
But before we get into it, what is what is NIL? Like, what does that have to do
I'm not
with
about to chop it.
Well, I'm saying basically it's an arrangement with certain companies, certain businesses, with the whether it's college football or basketball, basically getting partnership, paying athletes for their likeness or for their influence throughout college, and it's legal now. You never were able to pay college athletes, so that's another thing I was going to speak on with Deion Sanders. And the next subject was the NIL deals and the portals. Like, how much do you think that affects college now? Like, not just with Colorado, but we see what it do. It's a great example, but it's so much different from when we were in college, where you get stuck if you don't, you know what I'm saying, and then you're not making money. There's a lot of people who probably missed out on opportunities because this wasn't around then.
I mean, there's plenty of people who missed out on the system. The system's totally different now than what it was. You damn near still had to kind of like, kids weren't full scholarships and still broke. You know what I'm saying? So now it's where you can make money, you get sponsorships, you can sign autographs and keep your money. You know what I'm saying? Whereas back then, you couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people who lost their Heismans, lost rings, lost other playing awards, time, lost awards because of things like this. And now it's changed. It's just like the marijuana laws where people were penalized and now it's okay. And it's kind of a smack in the face of everybody who was penalized, you know what I'm saying, and subjugated to it. But it's also dope because kids have their future in their hands, where at first they didn't, where usually you have to transfer, sit out a year, red shirt, whatever it is you got to do to sustain your eligibility. Where now is I can say, hey man, next time I'm going to play for them. If they accept me, it's all good. I'm balling there. There's no issue, and I can get paid for it too if I want to. So I think it's in a better place, but there's still powers that be. That's why people don't even understand the difference between FSB and Power 5, and they think it's all the same, and it's really not. You know what I'm saying?
It's different powers, different laws,
different
rules. A major thing that I think about with the NILs and the portals is I didn't really even look into the portal until now. Like I heard, okay, portal's cool. I never thought about how it really works until Deion did all this, and we start seeing kids who were there or coming there like, hey, I'm jumping into the portal. So when I look it up, it's basically saying it gives college athletes the ability to transfer within a certain amount of time to another school and have the eligibility not be affected and not have to redshirt. And that is amazing. So along with the NIL deals, portals are allowing people and kids to make changes. And if they don't feel like this school's good for them, this situation is good for them, I can make a move. Or if I got a chance, just like the running back, what's his name?
Tre Simmons from Alabama.
Yeah, he's at Alabama. He's like, hey, Prime, you got some room.
Said, oh, you got room for me?
That's major. That gives him opportunity. Like you said, he's at Alabama, but he's probably playing behind or playing
he
with.
was hurt. There's, the depth chart's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's real because a lot of Alabama fans were like, hey, go ahead, do your thing. We wish you luck because you're our stud. So it goes to show you it's giving kids their control back. I know I'm not doing good here where you used to be stuck in a situation and politics and rules and bylaws kept you there, where now it's going to say, hey, this isn't good for me. And we can come to a mutual understanding where you can find somebody else to give my scholarship and I can take it and go somewhere else where they're offering me.
But you have to be picked up, though.
No, don't leave unless you picked up. But
people realize you're going to have portal and be sitting there.
Before we leave this, I just want to say, when Deion walked in that auditorium and he told that 1-11 team from last year that he was bringing his own luggage and it was Louis, I almost fell on the ground. That was hilarious, dog. Because I know they was like, excuse me, Negro.
Yeah.
We play here. Yeah. He's like, I don't care about none of that. We're trying to win.
But that's how they do. That's how we do with their own,
No, that's why I tell people, like, the people were mad because he said his son's going to be the starting quarterback. But how many times has Johnny Ray Johnson, got
Junior, the third,
got a starting position or a head position or managerial position because of who's in his family. So it's what should be going on. But I wanted to give a shout out to Lex Screenings before we took a break. He had Converge on. He had me on representing Converge, showcasing our documentary we put together. We put together for D-Pick, Long Live D-Pick and the Sea Panthers. But he has a screening. Lex has screenings where he shows movies, he shows music videos, he shows art, he shows different things of local talent. And he said he did that because he used to walk into film festivals and nobody looked like us, and everybody, is the same thing I told him with, different fields of media. You know what I'm saying? You really don't see yourself. So it was pretty dope. He had us at the night show with Tina. We was out there with Tina and them guys, and they had different acts there. Troy Carter was there. He's over Prince's estate. He's a big manager from hip hop. Like it was some heavy hitters in the room. It was rock artists, Jay Pender, Black Soul. Everybody was in there, and it was pretty dope. And it was a good event. And he had Converge in there to, do a screening. We got good feedback. And he also brought us back to Crocodile to do another screening for us. So I want to say shout out to Lex Screenings. He does screenings all the time. I believe he's on IG at Lex Screenings and Facebook. But look him up. I appreciate him, looking out for us and having us on there because we got to reach certain people. The senator. Excuse me.
I was jelly, man. There was a lot of people in there. It looked real nice.
Oh, no. It was like a beautiful room with beautiful energy, a whole bunch of people. So, yeah, I just want to give them a shout out before we take this break. We're going to take this break. When we come back, we're going to finish talking about some things. Episode 30 what?
36, big dog.
All right, man. We'll be right back.
A world of wonder awaits at Pacific Northwest Ballet's The Nutcracker. Treat your loved ones to the Northwest's favorite holiday tradition at Seattle Center's McCall Hall. Tickets start at $27. Visit pnb.org.
COVID-19 hurt my income, my health, and my family. We were about to lose our home when we heard we might be eligible for homeowner assistance funds from the government. We called 1-877-894-HOME and a housing counselor stepped in, talked to our lender, and saved our home. Federal funding details at washingtonhalf.org. That's washingtonhaf.org.
Welcome back, man. This is episode 36.
It's not even on you, it's on me. Oh, it's on both of us. What's up, man? 36. What's going on? Hey, I had a question for you. I'm going to ask you before break.
Curtis, you have to get me off of him in a second, man.
Hey, man. I meant to ask you before break. Reality TV or hip hop? Which one's worse for the black community?
Reality TV.
What?
I know that's right. that stuff is, listen, bro. You're saying it's reality TV with a script.
Deontay's like,
man, listen, we can have that debate. Hip hop does have influence. It has major influence. It's the culture. But at the same time, it spreads both messages, positivity, business, along with the clubbing, the gangster stuff, the killing and shooting. Reality TV promotes toxic stuff, stress, fighting, arguing, divorced women who are wives.
Housewives, wait, housewives.
You know what I'm saying? Side chicks is getting shows. Oh, that's toxic, bro.
Shout out to Doug and Jackie Christie, the only real housewife ever. Because even Shawnee, Shaq's ex-wife, ain't nobody married.
She said that. Yeah,
ain't y'all just know somebody. You used to know. You got kids with somebody, but
it's definitely worse to me. How about that? I know you like that stuff though. You think that stuff's funny? That's not funny.
Some of it is funny because it shows the ignorance without me saying it. Like that's like every argument I can bring up something about reality TV and it goes to you can't control people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I love it because it shows a reality that I'll speak on and I'll be deemed the bad guy. But I ain't got to say it with that. But other than that, is some of it's good and some of it's ignorant. Reality TV to me was real world Seattle. Like something like that. Like this stuff is just embarrassing yourself and everybody else for nothing. It's not a big enough check.
It's not big enough check, man. You really spread yourself thin. What it does, it does give you social currency, which you can create products, create services. When you're buzzing, you got the buzz going. It does help with that music and all that. But as far as the influence, as you said, it's way more of a negative influence to me over hip hop, for sure. I don't see how anybody can see the positive other than women being empowered. But what light are you being empowered in? And then also, the business side. But other than that, it's a down, man. Like that, it's nothing attractive about that stuff.
I totally agree. Think about it. Will Smith didn't smack nobody in no hip hop era. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the reality TV stuff. He got him tripping. For real, he didn't. Hip hop Will Smith, TV Will Smith, born and raised on the playground is where I spent happy as hell. His mom sent him away, he was still happy. Now in reality TV, his wife, bald head, slapped, like.
No, you ain't right. No, you ain't nothing, man.
I was gonna be like, bro, man, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Deontay Willie took a drink.
What's
Deontay? Okay, good. All right, but no, yeah, but okay. So I think it's both. I think TV does affect people more because I feel like more people watch TV than listen to music. Honestly, maybe I'm wrong in that.
This generation, no. There's not TV. It's streaming. It's more
visual.
Yeah.
videos and streaming. So no, I could agree with that, but I still think that hip hop has a way more influence. People listen to audio a lot. You know, we start, even when we start doing our podcast, we're like, do people listen to audio? But they really do.
But people watch a lot. I
That's
mean,
why I said the
our
streaming
phones got
is up
TVs
too.
on them now.
Yeah.
Cars got TVs. Like back in my day, you had a Tamagotchi, and it went off and you fed it. You know, so things are different now.
Curtis, dog.
On a serious note, Willie Jones Jr. Was a black landowner in Alabama. He owned about 60 acres of land. And I'm not going to lie in a year, but basically University of Huntsville, Alabama, the business and administration offices where the school was first built is his backyard, basically. And it had a well on it. And for years, he supplied the neighborhood with fresh water until they came and built the university. And basically, they condemned this land when he didn't want to sell it for $900, which today would be $9,000. So they did. So he didn't want to sell it. They took his land, condemned it, and then built the university. So now his family's going after his legacy, the money, the land, and wants everything back. I think it just goes to show the mess up history, you know, a part of the U.S. Bruce's Beach.
Manhattan Beach down there in LA.
You know.
That family has been honored their land back, and then also the money from the equity and the
beachfront property.
building. Yeah, you know, they gave them it's $100-something million over these years. But I hope I've heard about it a little bit and get deep into it. But I really hope that other people start to see, and if you know of your family, anyone having land that's old to them, or, you know, ancestors who are, you know, relatives, families that had land taken from them, stuff like that is really viable because they're having to turn over stuff. If you're going by law, now it's where the law is working in our favor. Even with the Manhattan family, they're like, you were forced out, certain things were forced, and signatures and now they're finding that out. Oh, now it's time to really stand up on that because it's going a different direction. Even with California talking about the reparations for black people, they're trying to put into
And they've been pushing that for a minute. And one thing I'll give California, I don't know all the politics, but I've seen different things with different cities. Like I believe it was Sacramento or Richmond at one point gave all the residents like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then another point where they like it's not hella big stuff, but I see them do little stuff where it includes the residents.
Yeah.
And that's even like Alaska where they give the dividends, you know, because they make so much money off of oil and stuff, or in Colorado where that one year they made $300 million plus, and they gave it back to charities, and they gave people dividends. Yeah. So I think it's been overdue for black people for sure. But I just think the overall just giving back and make sure everybody's okay. In the pandemic, we printed money, you know, but no other time we get nothing else.
Get no money,
We've given Iran, or excuse me, I'm not even gonna mess it up. I'm not. But we've given them, I think it was like 400 billion or something. It was one of those places we've been supplying.
I don't want people to think that it's like we're waiting on something that's not meant for us. A lot of this stuff is already ours, and we just were either con out of it, red line out of it. Those are real things that's happened. You just got to know your history and know facts about it. I hope that his family does get that land back, because that's an institution that also segregated us, that also was open and black people couldn't go to it. You got to think about it at a time. You know, Alabama is a very segregated place in a certain era, and for it to be a certain situation, almost like with Pullman, you know, Wazoo, there was a black family there that was pushed out, one of the first settled families. So it's a lot of history, a lot of stories where you can find out that you were forced out of somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You were told, just like here with gentrification in the CD, you were told to be here, you're condemned here, you can't leave the central area without a work permit. And if you're caught outside, you're arrested. Now it's, you look weird being here. You know, you're black in the CD, now it's all white. So it's definitely a cold, tricky way, but it's like people got to realize that we're owed that. If we're owed anything, we're owed that. We're owed the land, we're owed the opportunity, the resource. So it's about time we start getting it.
So I want to give a shout out to Tre Simmons. He just took over Garfield's girls basketball team.
That's huge. That's huge. And after a sizzling situation, it's light in the dark. You know, if we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it, and we have to make sure that we protect people in our community.
I'm scared.
You know, young people in our community. There's an incident at Garfield. The whole coaching staff was let go due to some horrible things. I don't have details on them, but I just know that there were coaches and people were blamed for things. Allegations that students and coaches were messing with, or a coach was messing with a student player. And it's just something that's horrible, and it needs to be brought to light, which it will be. We got to protect our students. We got to protect our babies. And anybody who's a culture have allegations like that, it should separate you from anything, because you have one job, and that's to lead and protect people. So Tre Simmons is stepping in a dark spot, creating light, and it's something that the community needed. And he personally told me himself that B. Roy's like, man, bro, I need you on my team, man. The boys are about to go run, but he has a calling, and he has a lot of support. And I think he's actually excited about it.
He's excited. And the thing is, the girls also asked him to stay. He told me, I talked to him. He said, he was thinking about it, and they had brought somebody else in, and he woke up one morning and was like, I'm going to stay, because the girls would hit the group chat and say, hey, coach, like, don't leave. We like you. So it's dope that he's stepping in. He's continuing his legacy. Garfield alumni, professional baller, legend overseas, like, did his thing. I think they're really going to buy in, to what he has to offer. I feel like what happened needs to be brought to light, but him stepping in is going to not overshadow it, but give them, because they still have a season to play. That's my thing.
It's still a championship team.
Yeah,
they got a championship caliber team.
Yeah. And, they still have one to go. So I'm just thinking he could take their mind off what's going on now and just say, hey, let's get ready to ball and go ball.
Let's ball all the way out, man.
So, yeah, shout out to him. Anything else you want to talk about?
I wanted to just send love to people out there during the holidays, because there's been a lot of mess going on. There's been a lot of craziness going on. So I just want to send love and light. We don't celebrate the same. Everybody's different, but just enjoy people, enjoy your family. That's what I'm trying to do, and that's what I expect others to do in this time. Have a great Christmas, because honestly, I don't know how this year is going to go, man. 2023 is coming fast, man. You guys better buckle up, because it's about to be summertime in a second. That's what I'm waiting on. I don't give a damn about the holiday season. So enjoy it, man. You take time for yourself, man. Go out, take care of yourself this year, man, because you know what? It's about you, man. Self-care is the best care.
No, yeah, and that real self-care, not that stuff where you're just a dog and you just run away from your issues. Real self-care. Happy holidays to everybody. Stay warm. If you could be nice to people if you can. Help people out if you can. Keep those babies, like, safe at school. Sickness. Like, my son told me his teacher made them put their coats in a basket. I was like, you're not doing that. You're not doing that at all. You put it in the back of your chair, and you got something to say. Yeah, what? We're just spreading everybody's house germs. So keep the kids safe. Keep them with vitamins, minerals. If you're from Seattle and you're an adult and you don't take vitamin D, you're childish, because you have an attitude because your vitamin D's low. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to the producers, directors, Shaylon, Big Kurt Dog, Deontay. You're welcome. So this is episode 36. We'll see you next week if Kurt meets us here.
Well, love.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate it, man. Factorz TV.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.